You're listening to Heritage Radio Network.
Hey, road trippers, do you have extra cleaning you need to do around the house? Well, boy, do I have a surprise for you. There's a new spin-off podcast called Agave Road Show. This is a much longer format podcast in which we profile specific brands of agave spirits and Mexican spirits and just things that we tend to talk about on Agave Road Trip. So, if you're looking for more hours to fill while you are vacuuming and washing, this might be the solution. You can find Agave Road Show wherever you get Agave Road Trip, or you can go to agaveroadtrip.com. Catch you on the road soon.
Agave Road Trip.
I'm Lou Bank.
I'm Linda Sullivan.
And this is Agave Road Trip, the critically acclaimed award-winning podcast that helps drink expert and bartenders better understand
Agave spirits.
and rural Mexico. Okay, Linda, I have a theory, and and this is like,
Sounds like Lou.
yeah, this is so very. I hate to say very Lou. That sounds like third person is
very
weird.
Lou.
This is 100% speculation. I brought this up to my friends Dami and Raquel of El Tigre, and they said, I don't think that's right, Lou. So, there's every reason to believe that I am wrong about this.
Okay.
And I did a little bit of research, because I just got back a day ago. I did a little bit of
Just
research
tiny bit.
trying to find anything that could suggest
That you were accurate.
that my theory here has any kind of
Nothing
foundation
came up,
to
did
it.
it?
Nothing came up. But
Okay.
here's a bottle. We just recorded an episode. Excuse me. We just recorded an episode about. Yes, I just belched. Is that okay?
That's, it's going to happen when you're drinking agave spirits in the mobile car studio. It's just going to happen.
Mobile car studio. So we just recorded an episode about Natalia, the mother of Emmanuel Ramos, the
Wife of
thank you,
Victor.
of Victor. And so here's a bottle that I picked up from Victor Ramos on this trip.
Okay.
Now, what's the first thing you notice about this bottle? Besides the beautiful, genuine, uncertified, secret, sacred agave spirit stash label, what's the first thing that
color.
It's the color. What color is this?
It's actually really beautiful. It's like an amber, orangey. It kind of is the same color as like a natural orange wine.
Natural orange wine.
I mean, it's a little deeper, even a little deeper. But it, of course, if I think this is agave spirits, I'm leaning immediately to the possibility that it's aged.
That it's aged.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not. It's going to be like a destilado cone or with something that gives color.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah. No. So.
Let me drink it.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what it is. Like your description of the color is not what mine would be.
Oh, what would yours be?
Gold.
I love gold.
Which is exactly the point to this episode.
Oh, well, that fits really nicely into your theory then, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It is. Okay, Gringex bartenders, you must be very familiar with like the amber bottles. They are sometimes what we're drinking little samples out of, right? They're known to be good for spirits. They block some of the light. Some beer is made in amber bottles. It looks like a sparkly, bright version of that. Like how when you hold it up to the light, it has like an orangey, tan, golden, I'll say golden glow. But I'm sticking with amber, folks.
Yeah, or
and now I'm getting kicked out of the car studio.
No,
Just kidding.
I can't do that while you still have a drink. So to me, this looks like Cuervo Gold. This looks like the fine Colombian.
Okay.
Right?
To you, it looks like there's caramel coloring added. Is that the detail?
And there's not.
Yeah, I guess I assumed we probably wouldn't be drinking something in this car that had that.
Oh, I'd do that to you. There's nothing that's off limits.
Okay.
But so here's when I saw this, and then I tasted it. And you just tasted this, yes?
Uh-huh.
And?
I'm not sure what's happening with it. It's not exclusively aging. Aging could be a piece of
do you like it or do you not?
I don't know what that's going to sound like, Roy, but I like it a little bit.
A little bit. God, I like it a lot.
Do you love it?
I like it a lot.
It's very, there's a lot of sweetness.
Yeah. That's why I like it a lot. You know me. Like, if I could find a circus peanut liqueur, I'd be the happiest man in the
Is
world.
that what this is? Are we drinking circus peanut liqueur?
I wish. I tried to,
No,
I
there's
got a bag
lot
of circus peanuts in my holding closet in Mexico City because at some point I'm going to remember to bring it with me when I'm visiting somebody who makes pulque.
Don't worry,
and I will get
never go bad.
A circus exactly. I'll have a circus peanut curado. That will with a pulque.
Plastic agave spirit is what we're talking about.
Not a spirit, just the pulque.
Just pulque.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So to me, it has a lot of fruit flavors, tons of orange.
Yeah.
And also sweet spices. Like I can taste a spiced quality that does match with an age statement.
Okay. Well, it's not aged. Well, I mean, it's been sitting in plastic, but it's not really aged.
Okay.
This is from Victor Ramos in Michoacan, Oaxaca. And what he's done is he's made his, the same way he would make an arroqueño, he's made it, but then he took a piece of the cooked heart of the arroqueño. Cool. Right? What they've labeled mensoncle, but we know as like mezonte. Right? Took that and macerated it in the bottle.
Oh.
Right.
So the caramelization and the notes that match that, you can see me turning it over. That's coming, we are detecting that. That's real, but it's not coming from the inside of any barrel.
Exactly.
It's coming from the caramelization on the actual vegetable.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And it makes me wonder, like, why did I started looking up, as I said, like I had a day to do research on this, and I'm not great at research anyway, but I started to look up, okay, so Tequila Oro, and I found I think it was 1927 that the brand Tequila Oro was founded, right? And if you look in the nom for tequila, of course, there is a category. You've got your Blanco and you've got your Reposado, your Añejo, extra Añejo, but there's also Joven or Oro. Right? So young or gold. And it says very specifically that it can be, you can add all of these things to get the color, the flavor, whatever.
Sure, up to a certain percentage. There are limits, but there are allowances, right?
Yeah.
This doesn't fit in that category, does it?
Well, it's not tequila.
It's not tequila. So, yes, for agave distillate.
But here's my point. This is, and I think this says a lot more about drinking these spirits in a place far away from where they're made, more than it says anything about this specific spirit or about the history of tequila. But I look at this and I drink this, and it makes me wonder, is Tequila Oro, is gold tequila, the Cuervo Gold, is that a thing because somebody at some point used to make tequila using this same process, and it was considered
incorporating
special.
The caramelized vegetable, and then it was changed to...
you've got like this whole history of putting the little pieces of the cooked penca of agave into the bottles. It's all over touristy Oaxaca.
Sure.
But, so often we see that touristy Oaxaca is just really taking the cultural heritage and then turning it into something commercial. And it makes me wonder, is this the origin, the unknown origin, the secret origin of Cuervo Gold?
This unsupported hypothesis.
Unsupported completely. And it makes me want to taste a tequila that has the mezonte of the Blue Weber sitting in it to make like something that might have been the thing that led to this tradition.
Right. So then the question is, if that's true, you would maybe think that there would be somebody in the tequila world that's still doing it this way, just like Victor Ramos.
I don't know, man. Like the tequila world has changed so much. There's like, once you lose that thread of tradition, when I was doing this, when I was doing this research, I found a description of how to make tequila from the I think it was 1857 book, and it was already talking about the roller mill. So, even before the
Right, that was before the World's Fair.
that's what I'm
right?
saying.
Yeah,
Even before
yeah.
the World's Fair.
That's what I'm thinking as a touch point.
Yeah, as they were trying to increase production to meet demand, like you start losing your connection to these traditional processes because all you can focus on is meeting demand.
Right, and it feels like there's a necessary choice to either become more efficient or continue doing things in the heritage-driven way.
Right.
Right, we see that a lot. There's like you're at a crossroads, kind of.
God, I love that taste. Yeah, exactly that. But that's so
What there's going to be, so this is in the kind of like way that you approach your time in Mexico when you go down and make visits, friends or new acquaintances, right? The interview style is often how you're gathering information. Won't it be fascinating? This is what you're hoping for, right? Yeah. You want to go down and be having an interview with somebody, some old tequila producer talking about maybe the oral history in their family. Oh, I think I heard once my great-grandfather put the mezonte, like put the caramelized piece in, and that, they used to do it like that now, but we do it this way. And you're like, no, stop the press. Wait, they used to do it like that, right? That's
so
the
I
little,
was right. My theory is accurate,
right? But that's the gem that you're wondering about. You're like, is that going to come up? And where can I put myself in conversations that it might, right? To Sherlock Holmes the situation.
Right. And if it's not the tradition, can it become the tradition, right? As tequila is trying to wind back, not all of it again, but you've got this tiny little corner of tequila that's trying to wind back tradition. To do, what's the Curado, I think is the brand of tequila that comes out of the Ocho guys where they've got they're using a little bit of the cooked panca in each bottle, right? That's like kind of approaching that, but doing it instead that's more on point to that gold color, using not the panca, but using that heart to see if you can get something that is a tequila oro.
That is heritage-driven process.
Well, maybe it's not even heritage, but that pulls you back closer to the way things are done historically, where you're not using an artificial colorant, you're using the natural colorant that is the agave.
Right. And also, it's a use what you have kind of thing too. This is what you've got. You already cooked this. This is caramelized and ready. It's going to be, nutrients for the ground or something else after, right? Could you use it again and get something cool out of it? The other thing this makes me think of is that I believe that like a lot of the U.S. market's influence on the tequila world, where age statements are so popular, I think that comes a lot from our familiarity with whiskey in the U.S., right? We make that here. We know things are aged. We like and we are familiar with age things. So we like age statements, and that transfers to another spirits category. I wonder how this process, if it were used in the tequila world, in the mezcal world, in the agave distillate world in total, like, I think we'd be into that. I think we like and are familiar with those flavors that are like sweet spices, a little orangey, the color, literally, like you're saying, what it looks like in the bottle. What would be the demand for something like this by Victor versus a tequila añejo that's maybe produced in a different manner, in an industrialized way, or just, I don't know, less flavor, I would think. There's a lot of flavor in this.
A lot of flavor.
A lot.
Yeah.
So I see that could have a future.
I think so.
Based on what we like here.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I feel like, okay, like Victor's doing this, cool. If it makes its way into the market through agave spirits, uncertified or certified mezcal, cool. But boy, I'd sure love to taste this through a tequila. So next time I'm down in Jalisco, I'll go visit some friends, visit Felipe and Eduardo.
Ask them what they think.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an open call. Open call for submissions to making this on the tequila side of the category.
Yeah. And the beauty of it is you're just doing your normal tequila and then take a portion of it and put it in a 20-liter garrafon. Did I get that right, Roy? Put it in a 20-liter garrafon. No. You don't use the E in garrafon.
And when you're saying
unless
it in
it's
Spanish?
multiples. If it's garrafones.
Oh, that grow up so fast. What with the color television and all.
Yeah, I know. And then I say, nope, I can't remember it now. But there's a lote. So it's a lote, not a lotes. And then he yells at me. Anyway, put that tequila into a 20-liter garrafon and add some of that mezonte of the Blue Weber, and just let me taste that. I'll buy that 20
let
liters.
Me taste it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly what you're saying. You got to go find the folks down there who have a spirit of some experimentation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who are curious and who want to, and have the resources, of course, to set a little bit aside for that experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, who's it going to be? Open call for submissions.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Linda.
DM Agave Road Trip.
Okay,
fun to think about.
Yes, it's always fun to think about and even more fun to drink about. I will catch you next episode.
Next time.
Hasta
Bye.
pronto. You've been listening to Agave Road Trip, the critically acclaimed award-winning podcast that helps Gringex bartenders better understand agave spirits, and rural Mexico. We're blessed with sound engineering by Roy Sierra and a theme song performed by Gabriel Oliveira and Marco Ricos. Sign up to become a road tripper and listen to more episodes at agaveroadtrip.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please let us know. And if you hated it, well, I'm sure you'll let us know that too. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Agave Road Trip. Agave Road Trip is a production of 10 Angry Pit Bulls, Inc. Agave Road Trip is powered by Simplecast. Thank you for listening to Heritage Radio Network. Heritage Radio Network is food radio supported by you. For our freshest content, subscribe to our newsletter. To subscribe to the Heritage Radio newsletter, enter your email at the bottom of our website, heritageradionetwork.org. Connect with Heritage Radio Network on Instagram and Twitter at heritage_radio. You can also find Heritage Radio Network at facebook.com/Heritage Radio Network. Heritage Radio Network is a nonprofit organization using the power of educational storytelling about food to build a more equitable, resilient food system. Heritage Radio Network couldn't do that without support from listeners like you. Become a part of the world's most innovative community today. Subscribe to the shows you like. Tell your friends. And please join the Heritage Radio Network family by becoming a member. To become a member of the Heritage Radio Network, click on the beating heart of our homepage. Heritage Radio Network can become addictive. Programming you hear on Heritage Radio Network might lead you to eat, drink, and listen to more programming on Heritage Radio Network. If you drink, please do not drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Drive responsibly. Eat responsibly too. And listen to Heritage Radio Network responsibly. To listen to Heritage Radio Network responsibly, wear protective earbuds. While wearing protective earbuds, do not drive. Do not walk either. Sit in a comfortable chair. If that comfortable chair has a hard seat, please remember to stretch every 30 minutes. If you stretch every 30 minutes, please stay within your defined stretching capacity. And consult a doctor who specializes in stretching. If you don't have a doctor, maybe Dr. Ryan Acock, the Cocktail MD, can help you out. Thanks for listening. Agave Road Trip out.